This video will show you the dimensions I need to size a ligature and mouthpiece cap for your mouthpiece, and I think it'll become apparent why I request you send me the mouthpiece if it's a non-standard size that I haven't seen before. You'll get the picture. This is a tenor sax mouthpiece that I've been using. It's a no-name. So to start with, what I need is the length of this body in this area. So that's like 1 7/16. If you have calipers, you can give me that in millimeters or inches. Okay, that's the length. The other I need is in the middle of it, what is the diameter? So either caliper straight across and give, or take a shot at trying to eyeball it with a ruler across, maybe 1 1/8. The other is way we can do it is take a string, okay, and go around the middle of the body as best you can, and then measure the length of that string to give me the circumference. So that's for maybe a 1/16 of an inch under 4. Okay. Now, is your body tapered? If it's basically straight, like a lot of metal mouthpieces, and this isn't too bad, but it can be slippery. This ligature design will slip on tapered surfaces. That's why it has this unique feature of the overhang. If your mouthpiece also has a shoulder in the rear, I can design an overhang on the back of this ligature so that when you place it, it hangs over the back of the mouthpiece and gives you these little nubs will keep the ligature from sliding down as you tighten the mouthpiece. So for that, I need to get a feel for whether you want the ligature centered on this body that we measured or a little further towards the tip or not. So if you can give me a picture of maybe an existing ligature and where you like it, maybe I can judge that better. If not, given the dimensions you gave me, I can center it. But you can see on this particular mouthpiece, it wants to be further towards the tip. I made a couple versions of this and tested it out with my reed and the reed vamp on where I like it. Now, if your mouthpiece is straight, or if it's not real smooth, like these 3D printed mouthpieces have little ridges on them, and you can get away actually with a flat back, ligature, and then you, like any other ligature, you have the ability to slide it up or down a little bit. So we can do that. I can leave that feature off, but that's the Mojo feature. These bars are not essential, but I like them, and they when you remove the ligature, they kind of help hold its shape a little, like other ligatures. But they need to be slid around a little bit, and they help you with centering left and right. I like to center them so that there's kind of like a square-shaped opening between the reed edge and the bar, and you can slide them up or down a little bit. Now, the other part of adjusting the ligature is after I make it, I put it on, I clamp it a few times to try to get the taper correct. That's something you're going to have to do yourself if you ordered it remotely. The cord is snaked through, so it's one piece of cord that's snaked through this ligature. It shows up better on a colored one like this. The end is clamped here and here, and then it snakes around, loops, kind of like a pulley system. On my Kevlar cord, it's a bit stiffer than this silk. It's probably a nylon or poly something. So you're going to have to snake it a little bit, and it's kind of pressed into these sides, so you may have to tug it and push it and help it along a little until you get the taper adjusted correctly. So once it's adjusted, after you do it about 10 times, it may adjust itself, but I've had to help it sometimes. So that's an issue. Next thing is the cap. I give away a free cap. I don't charge for these because they may not fit all that great, but but they're better than nothing. You can't use a regular cap with these ligatures because they're just a little too, they're not stiff enough for a cap to go over them. They may move. So for that, I need 3 measurements. Again, calipers. You got to kind of judge back around this area and give me a width. Okay, then give me a height in that area, and then give me a length between that area and the tip. And I'll take a shot at making you a cap to fit. But again, if I don't have the mouthpiece to try it on there, it may not fit all that great. I normally have to do this 2 or 3 times to really get a nice fit on there. So if it's not nice, you may have to put some tape inside it of some sort to get it to fit right. So there it is. Also pick out some colors if you want black on black, no problem. Otherwise, I have gold silk, which looks best on black. I can do gold. I can do some colors, reds, green, yellow, gold, and I can order some. I mean, filament's not that expensive, so that's it for the Mojo ligature. And they are a little finicky to get on and center compared to some ligatures, but once you get it right, the response is really nice. And I like them. They're annoying if you're doing a lot of retests and stuff. It's hard to figure out where to grip it and put on. It might be easier on a sax or something where you can kind of more or less grip the tip and not mess with this. Mess with gripping it here because it might slip on you. But that's the price to pay for having a nice responding ligature like this one.